Welcome to another episode of the Oxygen Not Included series, and here we have some more food being pumped out because last time we tried to starve our dupes. And we also had somebody take a wee right in the middle of the main hall because the toilet was being emptied. So we have another toilet in the works. Hopefully we can get to a level where we can get this hatch in here and eating this stuff, just because I don't want to deal with it. I also... The only way I know how to get rid of like these bottle stuff is to use one of these and empty it somewhere. And so what I usually do is dump it on the floor and have them clean it up so there's all these little bottles in a specific room and then having a hatch eat it. But I'm not 100% sure that the new hatches eat food when they're not tamed. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. They should still need to eat regardless of whether or not they are part of my base or not, but you know. Whatever works. I wonder if there's a way for the wildness to go down without a rancher. We'll have to experiment with that. My plan is, by the way, is to have the room for the creatures down in here, in this lower area. So you'd come through the bathroom, take a ladder, and down in here will be where the hatches are. Mostly because someone want to put a floor under there. Mostly that way if we need to carry things that are like really germy downstairs for the hatches to eat, they will have to come back upstairs and go past a sink before going into the rest of the base again. So that's that plan there. I don't know what else to feed the hatches. We do have a lot of certain materials, like sand, but that will be used for other machines in the future. Alright, so is there a reason you guys aren't building this? Besides, you know, being on the brink of starving all of the time? Is there any other reason, or just that? Alright, we got Stinky down here, and he's starting to build up some floors, which is good. We're going to be turning this into the farming area, like so. So we'll have to uproot this guy. I don't think it's all that close to being finished. Relatively, but we'll just uproot it. It'll go faster if we're growing it ourselves. Yeah, so here luckily they're able to build that, and then that material popped out right here. So I appreciate that, because if they were actual people, they'd make sure to move everything out of the way before building something. So I appreciate that they allow us to have our dupes do that. Let's dig out this right here so that they can go up and around, get this stuff collected, and maybe start building, and then we'll dig this out. I am really concerned about the oxygen situation. This will mostly be full of carbon dioxide. That's just the way it kind of naturally will float, because as you can see, most of the oxygen is going this direction, carbon dioxide is going this direction, except for right in these little areas. I actually don't know why there's all of this carbon dioxide down here. Usually these are voids. They don't usually have oxygen or any gas in them if they're completely surrounded by the metal. So I don't... Maybe it's from these guys. I don't know if it came that way or not. I don't remember checking. Alright, we're still pumping out dirt food. But they seem to be okay with that because it's that or starve. So they're doing their bests. Too bad the seeds don't provide food, but I guess I wouldn't want them to anyway. We've got seeds all selected so that they'll store that, which is fine. Alright, so I need you guys to like do the stuff. Let's sweep these because I'm going to put a floor there and I want that stuff cleared up before we do this. So let's get that guy up there. I did consider having this the storage room, but I kind of want to have it off to the side here and just have like a huge column of storage. Maybe find some chlorine to pump into there. Maybe some of this bleach stone and stuff, because that'll make it so that when this kind of situation happens, where one of the storages gets some kind of germs in it, the chlorine will kill it, which would be good. Oh, look at all of that. That is... Oof, that's not good. What are the properties of the germs? It should be inhibited by a gas and killed by... So I guess it's allowed to spawn, just not at a good rate in the gas, because it's not killed by, I guess. I just didn't think it would start going through all of this hydrogen, but that is a lot of germs. That makes it so that going into this area will be really difficult. This chlorine will stay clean, and it'll clean like the stuff that touches it, but ugh, that's gross. That's a lot of slime lung. Look at all of that. What is this little guy? Hello? What's down there? Alright, good morning, Dups, and here is where I would like a supercomputer. So let's get some power over to that, and it also uses water to keep itself cool. Oop, there we go. So we got ourselves a supercomputer, because I finished that research yesterday. Thank you. We're still low on food. We're not able to really keep up with the demand. We're not getting any build up. So we're just kind of just creating enough to keep them alive, really. Just a little unfortunate. Hopefully, once this gets all set up. Let's see, where is food and plant box? So we can get these guys right here. Get this dug out. I don't know that I have very many seeds. I'm going to be making some mealworm, or mealwood. I am so sorry. I continue to call it mealworm. I used to have lizards and stuff, so those were something that I'm very familiar with, and so that's what just naturally comes out of my mouth when I start with meal. So instead of mealwood, I say mealworm. I apologize. Man, I wish this little hatch would eat this. I don't know what to do with all of this urine that's just sitting in our main area. Ugh. Why? Whoever did that, why? So we're close to being able to get a supercomputer up. I went ahead and chose the new this for pressure management. I really want this manual airlock, and I really want this airflow tile, so that's why that's what's next. Let's see if these guys can get this stuff under control here soon so that we can start producing food. Previously, you used to be able to use lice loaf to feed your people, and all it would take was like 2 meal lice. Man, I am so bad at this. Okay, so it is mealwood. So it's, you used to have 2 of those per dupe as long as you were producing it with this. Things have been adjusted, so I'm not sure if that's going to be the best method for us, but it's going to be what works for us here in the beginning. I'm really tempted to get another dupe. Like, I know we're struggling with food right now, but I feel like if we had one more person running around, things would happen faster. It's a really hard balance to kind of decide on what the priority is. Stinky, you want to go to the bathroom there, buddy? Thanks. Alright, who's doing this? Okay, I'm going to be turning up the priority on the bathrooms so that when it gets full like this, somebody will instantly go clean it out so that we can avoid urine in the main hall. I was considering maybe doing blossom seed. I haven't ever really grown it though. Let's see, the temperature is 41 to 86 degrees. Air pressure is the same. They both work in carbon dioxide, which is good. I think mealworm needs... I thought it needed fertilizer, but maybe that's not said right here. Not sure. Yes, plant, please. Plant. But I think that the blossoms need light, so that would be another thing taking power. I don't know if we can afford that at the moment. And if anyone's curious why I don't have people kind of prioritized so that only certain people are working on certain things, that's just because most people I want leveling up stuff, so I don't have one person doing the research because everybody can learn. Their learning skill goes up, and that is it the research skill? Is that what it's called? Learning. It is learning skill. So the more time they research, the more their learning skill goes up, and that actually affects all of their skills. So that's why I want pretty much everybody cycling through and doing research if they can. Woohoo! Ruby just about built herself into a hole. That would not have been good. Let's see if I can just cancel those for right now. They're not building these, and I want this stuff all cleaned up kind of soon, actually. Especially because I want this mealworm seed. Mealwood. Mealwood. It's called mealwood. Apologies. Alright, so let's also put this stuff onto a sweep. I don't know that they can reach that right now. It depends on if they can make this jump from right here to there. I think that might be too wide. We'll see. Once I get this stuff kind of cleaned up, what they can reach. I don't know that they can reach these. This one's unreachable. Alright, so let's cancel that one. Can they reach this one? Yeah. So once they get these couple things, we'll put the floor back so that they can go over there. Oh. Let's copy settings on over to here. There we go. So it's a little closer. Research done, which is good, but we have more, we have another task set up already, so I don't have to worry about that right now. But it does say I need a researcher, so I might need to get that job board out. Good morning, Dupes, and I'd like a job board right there. Please and thanks. I actually really like it if you get around to making the stuff that'll make your food, but you know, take your time. Alright, so they got that stuff immediately under the floor cleared up, so we can do this. So that perhaps they can start working on everything else over in this area. Let's put research down onto a 4. That way, if anyone does run out of anything to do, they can go back to research, but I would rather stuff getting built. Okay, hold on. You need to move your funky butt back up there. Now work. They can bury themselves in the floor, so if they build, you know, right above themselves, they can get their head stuck on the floor. And they have to come and break it down before they die. Believe it or not. So that's why I was trying to get... Nope. Get your butt back up. There, please. Thank you. There, she can't breathe down here, that's why she looks so funny. Because this is like all carbon dioxide, I think. Yeah. Which was kind of the intention. That was done purposefully. Alright, so... How are you doing? We've got 5 visits left on the bathroom. And we're gonna have more pooey dirt sitting on the floor. I could start making fertilizer with it, but then I have to deal with... Is it called natural gas? Yeah, so we can use the compost, or compost, depending on where in the world you are, apparently. You can turn dirt into fertilizer, or polluted dirt into fertilizer. It does put off heat. I guess it doesn't look like it puts off any kind of gases or anything. I thought it did. I thought it put out like natural gas or something like that. I don't know where I'd put it. Maybe I'll put it right here for now and then break it down. I don't know how these work. We're gonna copy the settings for these and carry them over. There we go. So we're getting this stuff cleaned up and then we'll get a floor on here and it'll be amazing that they finally did something. What does it take? Because they do now... Oh no. So they do now have a room for the farm, which took them long enough. A greenhouse, accelerated plant growth. We need a farm station. It needs to be a specific size and that's it? Okay. Problem is to make a room we need a door. And we can't put a door until the water situation goes down a little bit. Good morning, Dupes. We got Stinky providing some power up into the battery so we can continue making food. We are making more than we're eating right now, so we are low, but we're making progress. So now we have a job board, which is good. So let's head up and look at this. So here you can assign them stuff or you can find it in the tree, but the higher up the people go, the more they expect. So, you know, tier 6 exosuit engineers, they expect a plus 75 and plus 3 for food and for decoration, which is no fun. Auto duplicate priorities can only be changed manually. Auto prioritize. I'm not sure which I'd prefer, so we'll leave it with the default right now. So we could have a miner, architect, gopher. Alright, and then those look like they lead down into things. We also have engineers, farmhand, research. Interesting. Okay, let's go with the research person, and it looks like Ruby wants to be a researcher, which is good. Let's go check out Ruby and see if that's like the best we can do for her. She wants to either research or cook. And since Ruby is pretty much ones at everything, I'm happy with that. It's hard to decide who should do what. Like, do I favor what skills they have the highest in or what they'd like to do? But here we have Ruby checking in to her new job. Boop! Yay! She's so excited. Alright, Ruby. We have research, so get on it. And then anyone can run this lower level research, which is good. So they can get better at their researching skills. Alright, now let's get a floor in this area. So it looks like we have planted all of the seeds that we have on us, which is good. Do wish we had more. Maybe once our research over here gets done, I will build up into this area and go in here, but I don't want to do that until we have a good door to block off any oxygen escaping this way. It just occurred to me though that might be a bad plan. I was going to take the ladder up here, but water pressure is a thing that you have to consider, and so if this wall gets too thin, there'll be a blowout and it'll start flooding our base. I've considered doing a controlled flood, trying to drain this down into this area and having a big water tank down below here. Also because I don't like the idea of the water being above the base. It just makes things a little more difficult to work with. I wish this one freaking slime wasn't here. Look at this. Look at that guy. And it has 800,000 germs in it, and it's I think it's stabilized. I was gonna say increasing, but it's like as packed as that little tiny spot can be. So question becomes, do we dig down, kind of clear this out so we can get up here? I guess we could do it this direction. That's what I might do. So I'll take a ladder up here and then have a door so that we're not putting out too much oxygen. I really wish they had hatches of some sort that you could put over ladders. So, you know, they'd have to open it to continue crawling up it, but it would stop gases from flowing up and down these things, or liquids or anything. It would just be a complete stop on stuff from going down. It would be nice, because they can walk across the top of this ladder. So I kind of wish that there was a way to make it so that it just closed and opened, depending. Because that would be nice. You could use it as, like, locking people in and out of areas, too. So have it like an automated door and a normal door sort of thing. That would be good. I'd appreciate that. We really need to work on getting that, that rancher. So we're going to need a farmer who gets leveled up here. So Otto... yeah, Otto has a level 3 in farming, and he has an interest in farming. So let's get Otto to be a farmer. That'll be good. I think Otto and Marie here, I think they're siblings. They look like they'd be siblings. Same blonde curly hair. Let's see. Let's wait for Otto to get promoted over here. Yay! Chick. And new hat. Boop. It looks like his hair changed shape before he, like, as he picked up the hat, his hair became the shape it needed to be to fit under the hat, which looked pretty funny. I need you guys to come over here and build this stuff. So fix this hole here, because it's bugging me. Can you fix the wall? Please? Please and thank. I don't even know that this hatch is coming out at night anymore. I wonder if he was out and wasn't sleeping, if he'd eat. I just don't know if they eat anymore on their own. Oh, it's nice that Ruby will come out and get water and stuff. Is the research done then? No researchers assigned. I'm just curious, because basic people still work on this research station. Oh, it's low. Yeah, that's right. What's just, you know, fair. Good job, guys, for listening to me. So I cleared out this area. I'm going to start kind of building this floor up again. And maybe see if having him, this hatch, out and about, if he'll then eat. I don't think he will, though. Not until we've tamed him, unfortunately. I wonder if Otto will still be happy if he goes into ranching. He might not. It's probably its own trait. Oh no. Phew, I was hoping to get Otto high enough that he would be able to become the rancher, but I don't know that I might do it for the very beginning, and so we can get somebody else and then put him back onto farming just because it's his preference, and having the preference makes it go faster for them to learn that skill. And the faster they max out their skills, the better, you know? Oh, I think that mealwood needs to be fertilized with dirt now, not with actual fertilizer. That's right. Thank you, Otto. And thank you for getting this stuff built too. This one. This is what I want. I actually want this built first, so you can reach that spot. I like you to just stick a middle in the middle. Nope. I like that you can stick a ladder in the middle of the air, and they can just use it. They'll jump up and use that. Aw, they keep their hats underneath their beds when they go to sleep. I think they used to just sleep with the hat on. But now that they like tuck it under their beds, which is really cute. I like that. It's a good detail. I think that might be it for this episode. I'm gonna be working on... Hey, he did get out of his little spot. So he's coming out. He just doesn't look like he's eating. Pooh. But I think that's gonna be it for this episode. We did get some... We got our supercomputer and got some research done, and we've gotten some jobs assigned. Got some food planted. We are making progress in this. Let's do maybe 4 more and then turn off the continuous. Does that kill the food? Did. Oops. But that's going to be it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.